Jackie Goldberg, let's see, stop, take one, take two. I was getting a lot of flyers in my mail and noticed that Jackie Goldberg was coming out of retirement to run for the LAUSD school board for a vacant seat that had just come open. I had been filming the charter privatization public school education problem at an elementary school in Los Angeles and realized that this was an important part two film project.
Tomorrow, the UTLA gearing up for its first strike in 30 years. They say they received no offer over the weekend from LAUSD, so they say that this strike is on for sure tomorrow. UTLA represents more than 31,000 teachers, counselors, nurses, and librarians. They are asking for smaller class sizes and a pay raise, saying they are striking for the children, saying they're in a battle for the soul of education. That is what we heard from Alex Caputo Pearl. He is the UTLA president. Take a listen.
We are going on strike tomorrow for students whom we miss in our hearts right now. They deserve better. We strike tomorrow for a reinvestment in our classrooms and because it matters.
The school's going to be open. The same school leader, the principal, is going to greet them at the front door, just like they always do. We serve more than 1 million meals a day. Kids will be safe, they'll be learning, and we're going to take care of them as best we can.
The teachers union says it has not heard from the school district all weekend. UTLA just announcing a short time ago that the 34,000 teachers striking tomorrow plan to win what they call their legitimate and urgent contract demands from LAUSD. The union saying it is not backing down on issues like class sizes and campus staffing. They say for the benefit of their classes, they want the district to increase its budget drastically. One teacher just now telling us her daughter's LAUSD school has a math class with 46 students. UTLA and the LA School District are millions of dollars away from coming to an agreement. Negotiations were last held on Friday, according to the union, with none planned for tomorrow. Monday, they say, is a day for the picket line.
No, I'm agreeing with you. And I think part of the charter movement is about making this happen, is to make the public schools look so terrible that people would say, well, why do we need them? We should just have charter schools. I mean, look at New Orleans.
Well, they don't want the taxes to go.
They don't want the taxes.
Right.
Is New Orleans all charter now?
Yeah, after Katrina,
they
fired the entire teaching force.
Right.
They closed 100% of the schools, and they reopened all of them as charter schools, and there's not an elementary school of any kind in the 9th Ward.
Huh.
Because nobody wanted to open a charter there.
It's actually a lot
so you
easier.
didn't have to open a
Once
school
you-
anywhere you didn't want to if you're a charter provider. All the little kids in the 9th Ward have to go somewhere else.
cozy with us on the couch.
Hi, welcome.
Maybe we'll hang back here.
Okay.
Welcome.
Some up and down.
Welcome.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Jackie Goldberg.
Nice
to meet you. Why don't we have everybody just introduce themselves a little bit here?
I did teach at CWC for a year, which it was, I mean,
know that, Katie. What?
yeah, it didn't go well. I mean, it was the first year for the middle school.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, how much of this is going to get documented? Anyway, well, just because, I got to take a gig if I get an offer. But anyway, it didn't go well. It was their first year, so they were getting their footing, and there was tons of turnover, and I did not return myself, which kind of says a lot. The principal, it was, I couldn't believe, I felt for the parents, because I had a kid that was, just almost in kinder at the time. She's now in first, but I just thought to myself, if my kid was here, I would be freaking out.
Yeah, really.
So, yeah, it was a mess. It was insane. But anyway, don't put that on record. I mean, the kids were, it was like, what's that movie? Like, not Children of the Corn, or I don't know. It was kind of like, I mean, the kids were running the school, so we were undermined by the kids. I mean, Lord of the Flies. I mean, we had no control over the kids.
Wow.
And I teach usually 45 to 60-minute classes max, and they had me doing music for 2 hours, which is insane. Nobody can do that. And so, after 40 minutes, the kids are done, and they have another hour and 20 with me. And so they were like, throwing spit wads and and it was like one of those things, and then just shouting out, right? And there was a very specific approach that they wanted the teachers to use for CWC, because they have a very specific charter. They have a very specific language, but I wasn't trained in it.
Yeah.
So I was just put in the room, and I'm supposed to honor.
This is a common complaint, by the way.
Well, yeah, because
people go into a charter that has a specific methodology,
right? But we're not trained in it.
To do it.
Yeah.
And then the school gets mad at them for not doing their ideology.
So that's what happened.
My husband read their handbook and questioned the principal about her handbook, and she didn't even know.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Well, what is like page 29A?"
Wow.
Remember, honey?
Yeah.
He studied their handbook.
Yeah, no, but
why did they win, Jackie? Why didn't magnets win? Why didn't magnets win?
Magnets are doing very well, actually.
Right,
We've expanded them dramatically. We're going to keep expanding them.
Yeah.
But the problem that you continuously have is that if you have billionaires paying for the advertising, they make anything up and they say it over. You know what they say, if you say a lie over and over and over and over and over again. I mean, the lie is every kid does better in a charter school than in a public school.
Suddenly, the police turned fire hoses full force on the demonstrators inside the rotunda and then dragged them down the steps of City Hall. It turned out to be a political baptism that transformed fear into determination.
The thing that irritated me the most in the stuff that came out about that period was the description of us as alienated and cynical. We were the absolute antithesis of that. We were so committed and so involved, we risked our careers, we risked our jobs, our education, and we did it because we were so tied into this system, to this country, to this culture. We believed in it so much that we were willing to take those risks at a time when it wasn't very popular to do so.
So this is a union song that my friend Euphronia taught me during the teacher's break. There once was a union maid who never was afraid of the goons and the goons and the deputy sheriffs who made the raid. She went to the union hall where meeting it was called. When the company boys came round, she always stood her ground. Oh, you can't scare me, I'm sticking to the union. I'm sticking with the union. I'm sticking with the union. Oh, you can't scare me, I'm sticking with the union. I'm sticking with the union until the end. Oh, you can't scare me, I'm sticking with Jackie. I'm sticking with Jackie. I'm sticking with Jackie. Oh, you can't scare me, I'm sticking with Jackie. I'm sticking with Jackie until the end. Everybody stand up.
Hi, Jackie. Hi, how you doing, guys? Good to see you.
Hi, Jackie.
Hi. Oh, look at that. Oh, my God. That's darling. Woo. Yay. Look at this.
Oh, that was so amazing.
Hi. Good.
Hi, I'm Melissa's friend Buffy.
Hi, Buffy. Okay, let's go.
Great party in there. Be careful with people.
I think it makes a big difference. We could put on a show and no one can come, but all of you are supporters of public education. You all believe that public schools are for everyone and that Jackie can make a difference. You know, a lot of us were out, marching with teachers and holding signs in the rain. But really, unless we get someone that cares sitting in the seat for our districts, we have to carry it on. We have to keep going. We have to vote and make sure that we have quality people like Jackie. So, in order to come up and talk a little bit, and we have Justin here to help sign for it as well.
All to do. What we need you all to do is we need you all to go on your social media and tell people why you're voting, and then why you're voting for me. Because that's the best publicity in the world. And if you have time, we walk right near Eagle Rock High School every Saturday and Sunday. Tomorrow we'll be there at 9 a.m. It's at 1847 Linda Rosa, which is literally 2 blocks from Eagle Rock High School. And we walk at 9 a.m. Why am I telling you about that? Because we are close to maybe doing this in the primary, which will save a bunch of money. But the only thing that really gets people to vote is someone knocking on their door. And so if you have time at all, even an hour, on Sunday tomorrow, please come. 9 o'clock, just a few blocks from here on Linda Rosa. Also, you can use texts and phones. We have an application that if you have a computer, you can actually phone bank from your own home. You don't need to go somewhere else. We'll tell you how to install it. What I'm saying to you is that this is a race in which if 10% of the people vote, it will be a miracle. So every vote that we turn out gives us a chance of doing this once and not having to go till May, which will not only be costly, but the charter folks plan to spend about $10 million on the race if it goes into a runoff. And I don't expect that any of that will be helping me. So I suspect that I'm going to need all of you even more, but if you put your time in now, we can avoid that. Get me on the board sooner. And after I'm on the board, let me tell you some of the things that I'm going to be working on. First, I'm going to be working on finding out how much charter schools owe us for paying them for students that never showed up, and I'm going to get that money back. Second of all, I'm going to engage all of you in a trip to Sacramento with me. We're going to car caravan. We did this once before. In the 1980s, when I was first on the school board, and we took the Ambassador Hotel away from Donald Trump, and it is now the UCLA RFK Community School. So we can take on big things if we do this together. And I know you were all out there supporting your teachers, so the teachers and the parents and the community members, we're going to go tell them that they have a 2/3 vote now, in both the Assembly and the Senate. It takes a 2/3 vote to change taxes, and now we're going to tell them that if they are not willing to tax the wealth of this state and put it and invest it in our children, we will find Democrats who will. Right? So I'm giving you all an assignment. Between now and March 5th, you're working on my campaign. After March 5th, when we win this, you will be visiting your state assembly member and your state senator on Friday. They come home every weekend, and you're going to say that message. We gave you a 2/3 vote. There are 150 billionaires living in California. There are thousands of multimillionaires living in California. We don't need to tax their income because they hide their income. We need to tax their holdings, their wealth. And if we tax their wealth even a small percent, they have so much money, it will improve the schools for all of our children. And that's the idea. They made money here, they need to give some of it back to the Commonwealth. And the only people that can make that happen is all of you. I can't do that alone. We'll hire organizers and we'll get you all organized. But we're trekking to Sacramento. It's a nice ride. We all go up together in a caravan. We come home in a caravan. not the ones that Trump are upset about. Although I think he'd be upset about this one too, to be honest with you. And then we're going to tell Betsy DeVos in Washington, D.C. that no, she's not allowed to privatize public education. No, we're not going to. And we're going to tell the billionaires that she's working with the same message. We're not privatizing public education because our public schools are the last place in America. Every kid is welcome that walks in the door. Doesn't matter what language they speak or what country they're from. It doesn't matter whether they have special needs or whether they're gifted and talented. All of them are welcome, and there's nowhere else left in America where that's true. And it's worth fighting for, isn't it? We have our reasons right in front of us. We have our reasons right in front of us. All our children deserve to have the schools I had in this city when I was a child before Proposition 13. You know, before 1978, so most of you are too young to remember that. Before 1978, we did not worry about whether there were nurses in our schools. We did not worry about class sizes going above 30. We did not worry about not having librarians or counselors or social workers that we needed. Because this is a rich state, and this rich state was paying for our classroom needs prior to Proposition 13. So we need to tell them they need to invest in children again. Those days were not the bad old days. Those were the good old days. Not necessarily the curriculum, but the money was a lot better. So now we have a chance to change that with the 2/3 vote. So I'm going to need all of you to help me get there, and then I'm going to need you to help me make a difference once I win this race. So thank you, thank you, thank you all. We have precinct walking tomorrow. We have it the following week, the March 2nd and 3rd, at same place, 1847 Linda Rosa, right near, about a little bit north of Eagle Rock High School. We have phone banking on Wednesdays and Sundays, but if you have a computer, you can phone bank anytime. Zoe, where are you? There's Zoe. She's the day-to-day campaign manager. I know she looks 11, but what can I tell you? She's really good, and so what we need to do is, while our music is playing, because I want to hear it, I'm going to stop and listen. I want you to go over to her and tell her what you can sign up to do between now and March 5th. But all of you, whether you precinct walk or phone or text, you can all tell people you know to vote on March 5th. If they have an absentee ballot, to remember to mail it. And that you are voting for me and why you were voting for me. Okay, is that a deal? Yeah. All right. So thank you all very much. Thanks to all the people who put this on, and thanks to all our performers, the Vote for Jackie band, I love it, I love it. And all of the others that are coming up next. I don't want to keep you from the music. I just wanted to say hello and thank you. If you want to send me a donation, you can go to JackieGoldberg.org, press donate. We can use the money. We're being outspent by 2 campaigns. I bet you can guess which ones they both are. But we've never been the most money in any of the races, and I've never lost a campaign, and I'm not going to lose this one either.
Any fuse? Are there any fuse here?
On all the musicians, come on. Yeah. And we need to get music back in the schools. Yeah. Every school needs music and art. My God, we have to not having music and art in our schools. Terrible. All right. Thank you. I know you vote by mail, and if you've already mailed your ballot, thank you very, very much. If you haven't, if somehow or another it slipped away, you can take it before 8 o'clock tonight to the Masonic Lodge, 1900 North Vermont, and just drop it off there and it'll get counted. So I hope you will do that, and otherwise I hope you've already mailed it in, and that's just an unnecessary call. Thank you so much for supporting me in this school board election. It's a very important race, and I'm doing everything I can to make sure we win. Bye-bye. I know not everybody can see. So what it says is that the absentee ballots that have already been received. Now remember, that's not all the absentee ballots, okay? But all the ones that have already been received, I have 6,800 for 46.89%. Heather has...
Jackie, that's precincts reporting.
Oh no, that's
No, those are votes. Those are votes.
Yes.
Those are votes.
13.56 precincts reporting.
Oh, I see. Those are precincts. Okay, so this is not necessarily the absentee ballot. It's probably both. It's probably both. It's precincts, but it's probably mostly absentee ballots because it's only 13% of the precincts. Okay? So Heather is in second place with 1,950 votes. Graciela Ortiz at 1,808. Cynthia Gonzalez at 1,355. And the Allison at 832 votes. So that's a little bit surprising. I thought she'd do better than that. But so that's a good start. That's a very good start. And it'll all change as time goes on, but probably not for another 30 minutes. So in the meantime, we can just have a nice time, get to know each other. Can I see the hands of who actually walked precincts today? Look at that. Can I see the hands of people who called today? Now let me see the hands of people who walked precincts more than 2 times. Now you know why that number. That's how you do it.
Hey, sorry.
Hi, that's
Hi.
okay. You must be David.
Yeah, hi. How do you know me?
Because I got voter lists.
Oh, great. Hi, can I get a picture? I'm a big fan of Jackie. I'm voting.
Oh.
I'm actually going to go film the campaign.
Have you voted already?
Tomorrow, right?
You're going to vote tomorrow because I'm supposed to ask if you, because I see you're permanent absentee voter.
Well, I've been living here a long time. I've been that for a long time. So I filmed the other election, the runoff, back at the campaign headquarters. But I filmed the charter school, Citizens for the World, who tried to take over Mitchell Torino. I filmed it for 3 years. Are you canvassing now?
We've already reached out to. They said they support Jackie. We want to make certain they vote tomorrow.
What about, yeah?
And if they voted by mail, we want to,
put it in.
Mark it so nobody comes back. And if you had an absentee ballot and you wanted to give it to me, I could take it back to the campaign.
No, I'll just fill it out tomorrow. I want to go to there.
I won't touch anyone else's ballot.
Yeah, sure.
But
I know that.
I could. I just won't.
Yeah, that's great. So, repenting, I had another person come here, they said repenting was backed by Garcetti, and that there was going to be a media blitz in the last week, but there hasn't been.
I haven't seen one.
Is she really close to Jackie in this runoff?
I don't think so.
Yeah, but Jackie's on top of it.
We're taking an ad. I work for the teachers union.
Oh, great. Great. So she might be able to vote. But she goes there, yeah.
Okay, so next, this position, they said supporter. What do we put? Supporter has not voted.
Yeah, that's all you have to put. Supporter not voted.
Supporter not voted.
Yeah.
Hi, remember to vote today, please.
Oh, yes.
Very important for public education.
Jackie Goldberg.
Okay, so supporter has not voted. Left. The supporter already voted. Okay, we don't know.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah.
Okay, so done.
Oh, yeah. She was lovely. You speak excellent Spanish.
¿Sí?
Sí, pero yo soy María Peña y mi esposo Arturo Peña.
Oh, pero no los tengo. Oh, wait, wait a minute. 1624. Sí, aquí están. Arturo Peña. Y Bernice. Le voy a decir a la Bernice que vaya a votar. No ha votado todavía la Bernice. ¿Qué le pasa? Que venga de la escuela. Le voy a decir, a ver. Sí, no, yo trabajé con ella en la Castro.
Oh,
en la Castro Middle School.
Okay.
Igualmente, gracias. Okay, we're going to go back up.
There's voting today?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't live
Oh, you know what those stairs look like?
Yeah.
The Laurel and Heidi piano scene?
Oh.
You remember that?
Yeah, that's the
Right.
stairs are in Silver Lake.
They look just like that.
Yeah.
Is that what?
So we should go back up there.
Oh, back that way?
Yeah.
All right. Come on, Picho.
1704.
Great.
1706. 1718. 1724.
Oh.
Yeah, he just moved in also. He's from Sacramento. This was 2206, so we're gonna go to 2222.
Okay.
2240. Where's 2222? It's gotta be down that way, right? I'll show you the little clip that my daughter just was in.
Oh.
Let's see. Where is it? Let me see.
Are you acting?
No, she just got back from Guatemala.
Come on, Picho. You're going to leave the doorknob?
Yeah. Let me see. Where did I just
I haven't got anything from her, by the way, in the mail. I've got probably about 70 from Jackie over the last 2 months. Cool. Getting hot.
Good.
Well, she did great.
The first were really great.
So there's more up here. I don't mind keeping going up here.
We went up.
Oh, I guess it doesn't show. Did you go up Princeton Ave?
No, not Princeton.
Okay.
Ojo by it. Yeah, we want.
Valentine.
You did a little bit Valentine. Yeah. Okay.
So there were 50 votes out of 800 that were
But it's more
could
than
have voted.
800. It's more than 800. There were 140 pages in their roster, and as I recall, there's approximately 30 per page.
Oh my God.
So I'm guessing the precincts, they're quite consolidated. I don't know. This is just a guess, but I'm guessing that's a precinct of around 4,000. So we got a lot of work.
50 people.
But I have to say, I've talked to
Yeah. I'm waiting.
40 people today, and they all said, "Oh yes, we're voting later. I'm going out and dropping off my kids." So lots of people assured me, for what it's worth,
They're gonna
that
do
they
it.
haven't
Wow.
yet voted, but it is totally on their radar. And there was a guy in there. I met him on the street. I told him about it. He said, "Oh, thank you for reminding me."
That's kind of cool.
It is cool. It's totally cool.
Unbelievable.
And
Who's
so,
put that together?
young people.
Yeah,
There's
we're
nothing better
we're
to
my other pair of glasses.
You have 4 in Lobdell?
No, there's 4 in this
You're
area.
funny.
There's one up there. I'm going to have to hike up to
So why don't we
Alvarado.
just drive you up?
You know what? It's going to take forever. Now, I don't know if there's stairs there. I may not be able to get to the one that's off of Alvarado.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's
We
too
should just
hard.
go all the way up.
Yeah, I know, but so I
And then
will
walk down.
I'll just go down from here.
Except for one for you, right?
Oh, you know what? Yeah. That's what you're good. And that's number here.
We did it. Yeah, we had fun.
Of the Appy app. Yes.
Hey there.
I got it.
Hi, how are you?
I've got
For a while. That's why I didn't debate with the Vera goes all the time.
I don't
I can't remember when we all went. You have the same thing.
No, we did 871.
Yeah, probably. I mean, my people, money, I got coming back just have more fish to fry with city government.
Ooh, can we see how many yeses we have? It's super fun.
What's that?
Do you guys care?
Well, I can tell you, like everybody in there is a supporter. They told us either on the phone or at the door.
Okay.
No.
So it's 493 precincts are consolidated into 100.
So, I mean, the ones I'm used to working are about 1,000 people. This one looks like it was 4 times the size.
And 52 people have
And 52
Oh.
people had voted.
Unbelievable. Not much of a turnout, I hear. I did it. I handed in my. So I just give my
you
ballot.
give that to her and she'll put it into the box for
Okay, I
you,
have to
okay?
take these other things. Make sure I don't lose all my goodies. So I give this. Go ahead, my friend. No, I'm okay. There we go. There's my ballot, huh?
Other gentleman here in your book, and he had a ballot, for you, so he's all taken care of.
Am I done?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I get 2 of these. Hey, big guy. Hey, I'm back at the house.
I just have it right now.
They what?
I actually have it right here. It's delivered to this house, I guess. I just checked.
Oh, you have it?
Yeah, for some reason delivered here.
Oh, that's great. Hey, good. I just the Jackie Goldberg campaign coordinates is like right around the corner on Sunset. So I'm gonna go back. Okay, so you're all set.
Okay, cool.
Hey, I'll talk to you later, buddy. I love you. Bye. Okay, bye. There it is, right around the corner. Is Zoe here? Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. I'm back.
I know. There's a deluge of people who just won't walk today.
Well, we should ask what they want to be drivers then or something.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as she doesn't have a car.
I know. But we're just reminding people because you can't believe how many people forget to come on these special elections.
But we're going to go to the highest.
Right, good. How are you,
Darling?
Yeah, it's just like, right, it's just like for example,
Cute. He's being a good boy.
Hello, this message is for Lauren Broad. My name is Rocio. I'm a volunteer with the Jackie Goldberg campaign. I'm giving you a friendly reminder that tomorrow is election day for school board, and we hope to count on your support for Jackie. And apologize if you've been receiving so many calls. We just want to make sure that every vote is out there for Jackie. So thank you so much, and you can vote at Silver Lake Community Church on 2930 Hyperion Avenue. Thank you, Lauren, and have a beautiful day. Okay, can you let her know that tomorrow is the election for school board and she can go to Grant Elementary School to vote for school board. Okay, you're welcome. Thank you for voting. Okay, bye-bye.
A receptive person?
Yeah.
Oh my God, great. Congratulations.
Support the campaign. Yay.
Wow, good for you.
Good for Jackie. They just
Should probably
need
say,
to know the
who's Jackie Goldberg?
Asmik, I don't know how to pronounce her last name.
We do.
Oh, will she be able to vote tomorrow for the election? Oh, okay. Thank you so much. So I'll give her a call tomorrow. Thanks. Okay, bye.
So what good one?
She's not home.
No.
She'll be here tomorrow. Okay.
That's.
The election is tomorrow. Have you gotten to vote already? All right.
Very cold school.
There you go. There you go.
Thank you.
Bye, Jackie.
Okay,
I'll see you
goodbye.
tomorrow, my dear.
Yeah.
You're gonna win.
Take care.
You're a winner.
Goodbye, all.
The big Highland Park can't do cake unless they charge us $2.50 a slice.
Oh, you're kidding.
Even if we buy it.
Mm.
So we have to both buy it and give them $2.50 a slice.
No, we don't want to do that.
Okay. No. All right. I think it's too much. Someone snuck in.
Okay.
Like, is that like?
I don't know. Okay, I'm just thinking sweet.
I think it's smart. I just haven't figured out how yet.
Okay.
Sleep well. Try get sleep. How about that?
Not easy.
Pull up here. Hold on.
Okay. You're not going to be filming voters, though, right? When you're talking.
No, I can't.
Okay.
No.
So what we're doing today is different than we have been doing. So first of all, I can see the maps. You guys can see where the houses are.
Got it.
And there's multiple views of how you can view the voters in this election precinct. You push map view. This is the most intuitive one, in my opinion.
Oh, good.
See, it shows you where all the residences are. These are people we've identified as Jackie supporters.
Great.
So, for example, and in addition, you're on the map with this blue geolocated
I'm gonna get my
dot. So
swab.
that's
Okay, Carl.
That's going to move as you drive around.
Right.
So you're going to see where you are. You're going to be like, okay, cool. I'm getting off the 2, etc. Going into this neighborhood. You're going to drive down Clifford Street. You're going to get to North Alvarado. I don't know what street this is on actually. Yeah, it's okay. It's on North Alvarado. And so you just click on the green house. And then if you're the driver, you're probably not going to be doing this. The other people will, but just so you understand what's happening. They're going to then click when they get out of the car. They're going to see this information. George Vizio lives there. He's an 88-year-old male. He's a permanent absentee voter. That's what PAB means. He has voted 4 times the last 4 elections or so.
Oh, yes.
I have
Great. You're a good boy.
So I'll hit these guys. So 1622.
Well, I'll do what I can to do a little chunk. Wait, let's get our phone numbers.
Whoops, good catch.
Okay, I'm calling you. Innocent.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, yeah, bye, Sarah. I'll see.
I keep forgetting. Okay,
You got everything. And you got my phone, right? You dropped.
I have your phone, yeah. So
Is that yours?
Not gonna help.
Oh, good.
I'll have to call Carla.
Okay, great. Yeah, no problem.
Okay, Sarah.
All right, watch out for the car.
Congratulations, comrade.
Kavarsh, as we used to say. Oh, hi, how are you?
I'm good,
Oh,
how are
look
you?
at you, all right.
And then I also want to take
All right, can everybody hear me? Can everybody hear me? I know if everybody's very quiet, and I use my playground voice, which all teachers understand that phrase, your playground voice, maybe you can hear me. So first, let me say to you that the early results are quite wonderful. They opened the first 11,000 absentee ballots. My campaign and I and all of you got 70% of them. That did not just happen. That happened because people from the day the primary was over began to come forward and say, how can we help? How can we help? We need to make this happen. We took nothing for granted. We were walking precincts today and phoning until 8 p.m. Actually, it was 7:59. That's right. Accurate. At 7:59, we thought probably calling would not do any more good. So I just just want to start first by saying that I don't think any of this would have been possible without the unbelievable support of AFT nationally and UTLA and But I do believe in deepest part of my heart that it was the strike of the teachers and the nurses. To what has happened to public education since 1978 when the right wing decided our children were not worth investing in anymore. When they passed Proposition 13 by 1,000 cuts, we have raised class sizes, lost nurses, lost the class size that was appropriate, lost teaching assistants, lost assistant principals, lost counselors and psychiatric social workers, lost everything a school needs to help children, all children, be successful. And so this campaign was less about me than about public education. That's right. Unions. I know it's always a mistake to name people, but HERE United Food and Commercial, CSEA 500. Help me, somebody. Who am I missing? UTLA. I did UTLA. ACE, of course. Democratic Socialists of America. The Nurses, California Nurses Association. United Healthcare Workers. EAPD, the East Area Progressive, the Democrats for Neighborhood Action, all of you, and my family and my friends and people I've known for 100 years, all of you made tonight happen. But I want to say to you something that's really important to me. This is not the end. This is the beginning. To put me on the board, but if I turn around and I look over my shoulder and you aren't there, it was for nothing, because we need a movement to make the changes. That's right. We need. Yes. And that's why right as soon as this campaign ends, we're starting tomorrow on EE. That EE says for 12 years we will have $500 million a year to lower class sizes, to hire more teachers and counselors and principals and assistant principals and teaching assistants and nurses and all of the personnel that will give young people a real shot at a quality public education. So we need everybody to go out tomorrow and then the whole rest of the week and then the next week until June 4th, and we need to remind people who say, oh, I don't know if I can afford another $250. Well, I got news for you. You can afford ignorance a lot less than you can afford $250. It comes out for most people to about $2 a week. All right, that's about it. If you have a really big house, you might get to $3 a week. But the folks that have the humongous mega mansions, they're going to help fund our public schools. Yeah. Yes, they are. So I cannot say enough, but I want to make sure that Alex Caputo Pearl is recognized. Thank you, Alex. Where's Franny Parrish? I saw her. I know she's here.
You all right? Where's Franny?
Oh, Patricia Fox.
Of organizing at schools, that is built out of organizing in communities, that is built out of parents taking things back on the east side, all over the city. There's nothing better for that movement than to have a movement candidate run for school board. And Jackie Goldberg is a movement candidate. Whether it is free speech movement, civil rights movement, or educational justice movement, we have a champion here. We are going to build and build and build and build and do the three things we need to do, which is number one, win more funding for our schools. Are we going to do that? Number two, make sure there is a quality school in every single neighborhood. Are we going to do that? And number three, make sure that people are not profiting off of kids and stop privatization. Are we going to do that? So we're ready for the fight. We're ready to keep on building the movement. UTLA is here with you all. Give it up for Jackie again.
Make it clear that groups like Padres Unidos in South mothers at parents at Eastman, and parents on the east side, and parents really from all over the district were a big part of making this thing happen. And we want to thank all of them and tell them from the bottom of my heart, I will do everything that I can to make sure that we work together to improve the education for your children.
June 4th for smaller class sizes. And homeowners are going to have to pay 75 cents a day. Boo-hoo.
And that happened to me too. You just have to do.
I did it good, huh?
You did it good. Thank you.
So then it just goes in the box?
Yeah, right here.
Oh, look at
film
that.
it. Here
Cool.
it goes.
Oh, too nice. Hey, cool. Hey, this is election EE, huh?
Uh-huh.
Oh boy, let's hope it goes through.
There we go.
But not many people are going to vote, I hear, huh?
No comment.
No comment, yeah.